Hi, I'm Michael Cronin. I'm the Grounds Committee Chairman here at Oak Hill Country Club, and I'm here today with our Grounds Superintendent, Michael Hughes, to answer a few questions that some of you have posed to us over the past couple weeks. First off, I want to, commend Michael for the great job he and his crew have done. Up until 3 weeks ago, he was really only working with 7 guys, a skeleton crew. We managed to get all the greens aerated. Most of the fairways on the front, the trenches cleared out in the back. I think you've noticed the difference of the drainage on the back, how much drier it is out there. And I want to commend you and your crew for the excellent job you've done under the conditions here. So one of the biggest questions always at Oak Hill, as we know, is the greens. That's always the question. And this year, there's a lot of spotting on the greens. You can see it looks like different grasses, there's some brownness, and there's a lot going on. I'd just like you to touch on that and let the members know what might be going on and what you're seeing.
Sure. Thanks, Doc. Thanks for the kind words, and hi to all of our Oak Hill members, and thanks for the opportunity to answer some questions. And we'd just like to touch upon the greens. And coming off of Memorial Day weekend, there's some unique things going on and a little bit of concern from the golfers. And what you were seeing out there this weekend was a reaction to an application we made along with the current weather conditions that weren't ideal for grass growing. And what you see out here over the last few weeks is you see one of our grasses, the Poa annua, developing a seed head, and it causes your putts to be offline, and it causes the greens to putt really slow, and it's circumstantial. So what we did is just like all the other golf courses in the area that have Poa annua greens, we apply a chemical that knocks down those seedlings, and we have to do it because those seed heads will stick around for weeks into the middle of June. So we make this application, and what happens is all the different genotypes of grasses between the bents and the German bents and the Poa annua and all the different grasses, especially on a big green like 2 or 6, they all metabolize this chemical differently, and it looks really funky and ugly for about a week or 10 days. And it really looks ugly in the current weather conditions we have where the grass isn't growing. So over the past week, the grass hasn't been growing. It hasn't been able to grow up out of that, and we haven't been able to mow it off. And here we are on Wednesday morning. We have nice humidity. We got full buckets with the mowers today, and we're growing off all that dead tissue, and the greens are progressing very nicely. And it really is night and day from the weekend. So we appreciate everybody's patience as we've worked on trying to put the meal together and get all the ingredients in the roasts, and now we're ready to present that meal to our members, so to speak. And looking forward to what we have coming up in the next week or two.
So especially you had talked to me, we had spoken about that area on 12, where
Sure.
a lot of members have seen the brownness on that, left or the right-hand side where you're walking up. You want to touch on what that was going on there?
Absolutely, yeah. And if you play the golf course this week, you'll still see a little bit of nicked up turf in the front right of the 12th green, in the front right of the 4th green where we are here. And what that is that's wilt, basically caused by drought or lack of moisture. And so what the grass does is it goes into dormancy. It tells itself to brown up, and once it gets that moisture it needs, it will start greening up again. And so as soon as we realize that there's dry conditions there, we start watering it 3-4 times a day with the wetting agent and the hose, and within a week or so that grass comes out of dormancy and greens up. Why was those 2 areas, like on 4 and 12, so dry? What happened was we had a little bit of sand in the sprinklers in those areas. So each green has 4 sprinklers in the corner, and they rotate 180 degrees, hitting the greens. And on 12, for about 2 nights, there was a speckle of sand in the front right sprinkler on 12 and 4. And it's just, we water the greens. When we water them for about 6 minutes each night. So it takes 3 minutes to go this way, 3 minutes to go that way. And if it's not turning, what it was doing is it was just pointing in one direction, and it didn't turn and come back, and you get the wilt. And we identify it, we fix the sprinkler heads, we put some actions into place to recover that turf, and in a few days it'll be as good as new. We hate to have those situations, but we're on top of it, and we're looking forward to good conditions going forward.
Great. One last thing that I would like to touch on is there's obviously a lot of questions about the opening of the driving range. Trust me when I tell you that nobody needs more help than I do, and a good session of the driving range would help. but we are still under Governor Baker's directive about having the driving range closed, all practice facilities closed, and even though we have a plan in place as far as social distancing and keeping everybody safe, we're not going to open the driving range until we get the directive from the governor, which will hopefully be over the next week or two. So if you have any questions, please don't be afraid to get in touch with any of the grounds committee or board members, and we're pleased to answer your questions. Thank you.